Another edition of Wednesday Night Live here on Mike Avery Outdoors, doing something a little bit different tonight. Also added Instagram, but since I can't use Instagram through my StreamYard platform, I've actually just gone live on Instagram on my iPad. So glad to have you along tonight. If you're new on Instagram, appreciate you being along with us. What I'd like to do is integrate a way that I don't have to do it here on my iPad, that I can do it on my regular stream. You'll get a lot more. Good evening, Randy. How are you? Nice to have you along with us this evening. My name is Mike Avery, and this is another edition of Wednesday Night Live. Good evening, Lori. Good evening, Martin. Good evening, Brad. How are you, my friends? Nice to have you along with us. Dave is with us as well, and our friends watching on Instagram as well. Jeff, good evening. How are you? Hey, let me ask you this. And if you're watching on Instagram, I've got to use the microphone and the camera from my iPad. The rest of you, good evening, Kevin. If I turn it up and make it this loud right here, does that distort? Dan, good evening. Jason, good evening. It's not going to distort on Instagram. I am a busy man today. Eric, good evening. How are you? Tom, good evening. Michelle, nice to have you along with us. Tim Binns, are you with us? Is that distorting on your end? Not on my end. Lori says it's not distorting at all. Ed is sitting on his patio feeding my Mike his GSP watermelon. Fisher Queen, it's not going to distort over on Instagram because I'm using a different mic over here. Here on Instagram, I'm using the mic on my iPad. Audio sounds good. Sounds crystal clear on YouTube. Excellent. So I will leave it up just a little bit higher. Anyway, my friends, my name is Mike Avery. This is another edition of Wednesday Night Live. For the first time, I've added Instagram as well. Chris checking in from Kansas. Mad Jack checking in from YouTube. No, Fisher Queen, you stay right there. I'm glad to have you along with us. I like the fact that we're getting some viewers now on Instagram. Kevin says, no, sound is good in Marlette. Excellent. All right, my friends, glad to have you. It sounds okay on Facebook. So tonight, for the first time, live on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. So, excellent. My name is Mike Avery. I am an outdoor broadcaster from Michigan. I do a weekly outdoor magazine radio show. I do a lot of stuff here on social media as well, as you know, because you're watching. Tonight, we're going to give away some Speedy Blaze. SpeedyBlaze.com is the website, SpeedyBlaze.com. Hello, Jim. That's a whole lot of media. It is. I wish I could do it all through StreamYard so the folks watching on Instagram didn't have to watch, so they could get a little bit better product, a little bit better program. But that's in Instagram's hands. I'm doing what I can. All right. So what are we going to talk? Sounds great to you. A little bit louder, Mad Jack says. Good. It's better in my ears a little bit louder, too. I just didn't want it to distort. I don't know about the king of social media. Hey, Larry, how are you? I haven't talked to you for a while. How have you been? What company are you with these days, Larry? Hello, Blake. Nice to have you along with us, watching on Instagram. I suspect if I can get this thing going, that the Instagram audience will grow as it has on Facebook. And here we go. Marty is fishing out of Linwood. Meat rigs or flicker minnows tomorrow? You know what I'm going to say, Marty. You know what I'm going to say. Because I'm fishing tomorrow, too, and there will not be a meat rig on my boat. Thank you. Bernie says it's a great program no matter how it comes to you. Thank you, Bernie. Shingleton checking in. Larry is retired now. Good for you, Larry. Larry Carr is now retired. Larry spent many years in the outdoor industry, the boating industry, the fishing industry. Paul checking in on, Larry Carr's watching on LinkedIn, actually. Nice. Terry checking in from Shingleton. Dan says, Mike, what day is it? It's hump day. when people ask me what day it is. Yeah, number 7 Flicker Sheds. That's what I'm going to be running. Actually, what I got to do tomorrow is I got to pull the Angler Quest out of the water. Well, I'm going to run it up to Bay Harbor Marina on the Saginaw River. They will lift it up and they'll power wash the tubes off because the tubes are very, very cruddy at this point, and they're covered with grass, and they're covered with crud, and they're covered with whatever else grows on tubes that sit in the water all summer long. So they'll power wash it down. And I thought, you know what, as long as I'm going to be out there, as long as I'm going to be on the water, I might as well go fishing. And I'll make a couple of passes through my beloved Skinny Water, and we'll see what happens. Hey, the big news this week. The Ontario border is going to open. Madison Heights checking in. Good evening. How are you? The big news is Captain Big Bobber. Nice to have you along with us. Pat checking in from Ontario. Pat, thanks for being along with us. And that's what I'm talking about right now. The Ontario border is opening up on the 9th. I talked to Ron St. Louis of Northern Wilderness Bear Outfitters, who is my guy up there. And he says he is going to try to run some hunters this fall. Actually, this summer, here in August. He's going to open it up only to people who booked hunts with him in BB Hunter joining us over on Instagram. BB Hunter, nice to have you along with us. This is my first time experimenting with Instagram as well. I do a Wednesday night live a lot on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Now for the first time I'm on Instagram as well. And so I'm using my iPad separately for that. So we'll experiment. We'll see what happens. Hey, Ben Consitis, nice to have you along with us this evening. U.S. border open the 21st per Detroit News. Oh, the U.S. border is opening the 21st. Okay. But the border for us to get over to the Canuckian side is the 9th. Tony says he'll be out there somewhere tomorrow. Tony, hope to see you. M1 Rifleman joined us. Jim joins us over on Instagram. Steve says I hope I get up to hunt there. Tom is heading to Saskatchewan in November. Should have no problem then, unless COVID rears its ugly head again. James says, Captain Big Bobber, hoorah. Scott Gatza, good evening, my friend. How are you? Anyway, Tony, I will be out there as well. You know where I'm going to be because I'm going to be fishing with another Tony, and he's a skinny water rat just like you and I are. So that's where we'll be. Hey, what's in the Yeti? What's in the Yeti? What's in the Yeti? Snacks for this evening. Michigan brand. What are these? These are the Honey Barbecue Hunter 6, michiganbrand.net. There are a couple missing from this bag because I ate a couple of them. Lori Card, says she has 15 more spots, and her Michigan Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation Ladies Night Out event is sold out. Marty says, what do you mean by skinny water? Ron and Beth are joining from Baroda. I don't know where Baroda is. Help me out. Marty, to me, Lori says the honey barbecue is delicious. Marty, when I say skinny water, it's a term that goes back to when the water levels were down on Saginaw Bay a little bit. And to me, skinny water was 7 to 9 feet. Hello, Jim. How are you? Nice to have you along with us. Jim and his crew fished with me. What's in the Yeti? Coming in from Instagram, a Manhattan? Not yet. What's that? And I don't like Yetis, but I use them because people buy them for me. Ed says the cherry maple jerky is awesome. I wouldn't have thought so, but it is. Jeff checking in from East Lansing on YouTube. How are you, Jeff? Maker's Mark. You know what, Kevin? When I get done here, there will be some Maker's Mark in this Yeti along with my Crystal Light. But for right now, it's just Crystal Light and Michigan brand, michiganbrand.net. Honey barbecue. Yeah, it's funny to watch you trying to keep up with all the feeds. If I didn't have Instagram over on a separate device, I wouldn't have to worry about it. Because here on this one device right here, I'm doing everything else. Just below St. Joe on the Big Lake. Excellent. Nice to have you along with us, Ron and Beth. Is this Ron or is this Beth? I suspect it's probably Ron. I wanted to go back. Oh, the border's going to open here on the 9th. And I hope to be fishing hunting in Ontario for bears sometime this fall. All right, so that's on the list tonight. Here's the list. Bear hunting. Hello, Matt. Nice to have you watching us along on Instagram tonight. And I don't mean to be ignoring you, my friends. I really don't, because we have a far bigger audience on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram than we do on Instagram. Jim says he loved the Fred Bear video. That's there because I got an email from the great granddaughter of Fred Bear. Said she liked the video that's up on YouTube right now. Check it out. Sal says, hi, multi-feed Mike. YouTube works best for me so far while on the road. Pass through the Blue Water Port Huron area tonight. Thank you, Sal. Appreciate that. Multimedia Mike, also known as AKA the big guy. What else? I've been fishing with my friends from Michigan Brand. That's how I got this. And it's interesting. I went through the skinny water with Butch, Mike Grillo, and his son, Nick, last Friday. And it was dead. It was real rough. Not real rough. It was pretty rough. We had a northeast wind. We made one pass through the skinny water. Couldn't get anything. Went out deep. Couldn't get anything. Came back in the skinny water and we got fish. So it was just a matter of an hour. The fish turned on. That's one of the reasons why I like walleye fishing. And I hate walleye fishing because the fish are so finicky. They can turn off and turn on like a switch. As an example of that, Sunday, and you know I don't like to fish on Sunday mornings because I like to be in church on Sunday mornings. And I figure if I fish on Sunday mornings, God will punish me and not give me any fish. So I waited until after church. My grandson Trent called me Saturday night. And he says, Grandpa, you want to go fishing tomorrow? When your grandson calls you and says, Grandpa, you want to go? When your 19-year-old grandson calls you and says, Grandpa, you want to go fishing tomorrow? You go fishing tomorrow, right? You make it happen. So after church, we went out there and made a pass to the skinny water. We were a little bit late, obviously. We got there about 10:30, 11 o'clock. I don't remember the exact time. And there was a little bit of chop on the water when we made the first pass. And we got a fish and we lost a fish. My neighbor Ty from Garber Chevrolet is out there and working in his yard. I can see him. We made a pass and got a fish. And then the wind died. I mean, it went absolutely dead calm, flat. Fisher Queen's watching on two medias. Dead calm. Oh, you'll be able to hear his trimmer. Ty, can't you tell I'm working over here? He's not paying any attention. He's actually smiling. He's like, I'm screwing up Avery, and I love it. He's not screwing me up. Check out Luck into Lake Lodge. Great fishing, excellent bear hunting. Thank you, Pat. Appreciate that. Tim, nice to have you along with us. Fisher Queen said there's a slight delay on Facebook compared to Instagram. Interesting. Marty says this is his first year of walleye fishing on the bay. He's hooked and he's learning something new every trip. Marty, I'll tell you something. I've been walleye fishing on Saginaw Bay for 30 years now, and I learn something every trip. I really do. And what I learned last Sunday was it reminded me how finicky those fish are. Trent and I went through the skinny water. We beat the heck out of the skinny water. When there was still a chop, we got one fish and one keeper and a short fish, I think. And then the water went dead flat, dead calm. Blaine, nice to have you along with us over on Instagram. Craig says a delay on Facebook from YouTube also. But is there sync? Is it in sync? Is my mouth and the sound in sync? That's the big question, right? Tim says he's late, but he's here. Tim, Tim, you're my ears. How is the audio level there on Facebook? Is it fine or is it distorted? Because I bumped it up a little bit. CMLEMC, cool. Blaine says it sounds good there. Blaine Myers Angler. Greg says it's in sync. My favorite band. Why, Craig, why did you bring up my favorite band, NSYNC? How did you know? Larry says NSYNC. Yes, my favorite band. I wasn't going to tell you guys, but you somehow found out. It's good. Darn it. That was my secret. You thought I was a Neil Young, Pink Floyd, Laith El-Sadi kind of blues guy, kind of classic rock guy, didn't you? And now you find out it's actually NSYNC. Hey, we're going to give away some Speedy Blaze. Be patient with me. We'll get to it. I want to go back to the story about Saginaw Bay, and I am getting a little bit distracted because I got so many things going on tonight. So bear with me. Kevin says he loves the walleye chop. I do too. I had been griping about the fact that we had strong northeast winds and it had been rough so many times. And I thought, I said, why can't the wind just die down? Breslin, the Wonder Dog. I should have just closed my window tonight, shouldn't I? I'm going to leave it open. Mitten Traditional watching over on Instagram. Thank you, Mitten Traditional. Appreciate it. As being serenaded by Breslin, the Wonder Dog. Jeff says he hopes he wins. You could. If I could reach my window, I would. So I'm not going to. Just bear with me. And bear with Breslin, the Wonder Dog. Hang on. I can't reach it. Lori, the contest isn't on yet. Lori, I love that picture of you on the Trapper Skeet Range. That's pretty cool. So the point of it is, we go through the skinny water with Trent. It's flat, calm. I cannot get a fish to go. We went further east. It was flat, calm. I couldn't get anything to go. I went out deep, couldn't get anything to go, and we gave up. Turns out I talked to my buddy Nick Grillo of Michigan Brand Meats, michiganbrand.net. And they went through there with his dad. Mike and Nick went through there, and they got 7 fish. About an hour after I went through this. So the point is, they were fishing the same water in the same way. Walleye are a fish that are notoriously finicky. They turn off, they turn on like a switch. Lori says, thank you. I know it hasn't started. Yeah, this ain't your first rodeo, is it, Lori? I should give you more credit. I apologize. Lori, you're going to ask me about our Wednesday night live at Oscar and Joey's Roadhouse. I talked to Chef Dave Miner today. The restaurant was actually open for a few hours over the weekend. This is the Oscar and Joey's in Bertrand, Michigan. We're going to do a Wednesday night live there. Dave isn't quite ready. The staff isn't quite ready. The restaurant's not quite ready. Hold on. Yeah. Now we get the whole 9 yards. We get the lawnmower and the dog. So there, the window's now closed. So anyway, Dave isn't quite ready. The staff isn't quite ready. So we're going to hold off on that. We will do one. We're not going to do it quite yet. The Bobby Roop joining over on Instagram. Appreciate it. Jeff is with us on Facebook. Jeff, nice to have you along with it. Michigan Brand Meats Mike Avery Smoked Walleye. You think we should do that, Don? Different color from the Grillos. No, same thing. Same program, Tim. They just went through there a couple hours or an hour after we did. I do love dogs. I do, Nate. I love dogs. Good evening, Bobby. Nice to have you along with us on Instagram. By the way, if you're watching on Instagram, this is Wednesday Night Live. This is something I do over on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. We're going to start doing it on Instagram as well. Trish is with us over on Instagram. Appreciate it. Nice to have you along with us. So we're going to hold off on the Wednesday Night Live for setting up the Wednesday Night Live. We've got Wednesday Night Lives coming up at Oscar and Joey's, the Lumberjack Restaurant in West Branch, and also we're going to be up at Rapid River Knife Works in Rapid River in the UP. I talked to Chris Durson from Rapid River today. I said, Chris, I don't mean to be a pain, but that knife I ordered hasn't shown up yet. He said it didn't. He said we shipped that out a long time ago. It turns out it got lost. It got lost in the mail. So I hope somebody is really enjoying that lost Rapid River knife. So I got a new one on the way. Okay, so we're going to give away some Michigan Brand here in a minute. I want to talk to you. Let's do it right now. I'm going to share this on everything but Instagram. So give me a minute, and I just share screen. We'll go Chrome tab. We'll go to Speedy Blaze, and here it is. Okay. SpeedyBlaze.com is the website. SpeedyBlaze.com is the website. If you're watching over on Instagram, make a note of it. SpeedyBlaze.com. You've got 1 minute right now. You can also join on Instagram. You have 1 minute right now to make your comments on why you would want to win some Michigan-based Speedy Blaze. SpeedyBlaze.net is the website. I'm sorry, SpeedyBlaze.net. No, it's .com. SpeedyBlaze.com. SpeedyBlaze.com. 1 minute. Why you want to win some Speedy Blaze. Make your comments about why you want to. They sell that stuff at the local Wesco gas station, Jeff says, but you can win some. Nate says, Speedy Blaze, me please, me please. John says, love to win some Speedy Blaze to have a, it's not Speedy Blades. It's not Blades. It's Speedy Blaze, like a blazing fire. So it's not Speedy Blades. It's Blaze. And I might have a hard time saying it because I got my temporary fake tooth in right now. Same as a Michigan brand ham. Got lost. Yeah. Hope somebody enjoyed your lost Michigan brand. 30 seconds. Brown 6893. Josh Stein is watching us on Instagram. Hey, Josh, how are you, buddy? Josh Stein. Check this guy out. Check out his YouTube channel. Follow him on Instagram. I do as well. No problem, John. I'm just giving you a little bit of a ribbing. 30 seconds on the Speedy Blaze. I'm not watching my watch. You know that. 30 seconds on why you want to win some Speedy Blaze. I looked down. Where did they go? I looked down and thought, wow, Avery talks about that stuff all the time. I do talk about that. But why? I wonder, you looked down. What? I do talk about it all the time. But you said you looked down. 10 seconds on the Speedy Blaze. 10 seconds on the Speedy. Ron wants in. Tim wants in. Captain Shane wants in. Jesse wants in. Josh wants in. 10. And by the way, I set a new record last week. I set a new record, and the folks on Instagram are going to find out what I'm talking about. 10, 9, 8, 7. Get ready on Instagram. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. It is good if I recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it if it wasn't good. Oh, I don't think our timer's with us tonight. Anyway, here's the buzzer right now. Contest is over. Boom. Fisher Queen says boom. Stop the screen. I let you down, didn't I? When I saw that John Callison was not here to do the official timing, I let it go because I set a new record last week, 27 point some seconds. Ed says the winner is Dan Von Zinda. Dan Von Zinda. Dan is the guy who actually let me know last week that my camera was backwards and the logo was wrong. I got you going. And I let you down. Unity Scrape is with us on Instagram for another edition of Wednesday Night Live, by the way. Congrats, Dan. Awesome. Tigers hit a home run, Jeff says. He's watching the Tigers game and watching us. Excellent. So Dan Von Zinda, send me or Ed Bolanowski, who's here with us now, your mailing address, and we'll get some out to you. Ed Bolanowski said, Jeff says, Ed, going to send you a message about your retail vending cages. Chris says, sorry, had to leave my hummingbird were letting me know my feeders were out. Whitetail Community Scrape. Nice, man. Nice to have you along with us on Instagram tonight for another edition of Wednesday Night Live. By the way, my name is Mike Avery. This is something I do every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock Eastern. I talk about hunting and fishing and shooting and trapping and conservation issues and wildlife issues and defending this outdoor lifestyle. We like to take these Wednesday Night Lives out live in the field when we can. We've got 3 of them coming up here pretty soon. Ed says, that sounds good. My main job is not social media. It's a big part of my job, but my main job is a syndicated outdoor magazine radio show. Anthony's with us over on Instagram. Appreciate it. My main job is a syndicated radio show in the state of Michigan. I'm on more than 24 stations. Can I tell you who's on this week? Ty, I cannot believe you mowed the lawn during a Wednesday Night Live. Apparently, he's not. Ever think about an occasional guest on Wednesday Night Live? Don, I have guests on Wednesday Night Live often. And if you go back on YouTube or if you go back on Facebook and you look at the archives, you'll see I have had guests on here in the past. But you know what? It is time. And I talk about Bigfoot with pictures to prove it. Jeff says he's yet to see an angler quest in Southwest Michigan. I'm sure they're around. They are. Not as many as the east side of the state because that's where the boat started. Weekend rundown. Thank you, Kevin. The weekend rundown for the Outdoor Magazine radio show is as follows. Nick Percy from Killer Food Plots joins me. You have not missed your window on putting in a food plot yet. Killerfoodplots.com. Then Ted Harpham from Dart and Archery joins me. Fishing King Lee joined us as well. Thank you. Appreciate that. Scott says, where am I getting my tunes cleaned? His quest is out of the water for the same thing. Scott, I'm going to Bay Harbor up on the Saginaw River. I will stay there as they lift it. They'll power wash them. They'll splash me and I'll go fishing again. Heather and Lori talked. She can't go noodling, but they made contact. Excellent. Our Bigfoot news made news in Texas. Excellent. Going back to Kevin, the weekend rundown. Ted Harpham of Dart and Archery announces, hey, Fishing King, how are you? Announces their weekend rundown. Michelle says her husband, Craig, is glued to his chair on Wednesday evenings. I appreciate that. Going back to the weekend rundown. Ted Harpham from Dart and Archery talks about their new bows. I've been on him. I said, Ted, let us know what's coming up. They're finally ready. They announced them. Ted did on the show this week, dartandarchery.com. I think I will be shooting one of their new Darton crossbows. And then Elliot Schaefer of the Michigan Wildlife Council. In hour number 2, Paul Schlafly, Captain Paul Schlafly of Riverside Charters, riversidecharters.com. And he was actually Mike and Nick Grillo of Michigan Brand Meats, the new honey barbecue hunter sticks today. I'm eating those while we're on the air here. Check them out, michiganbrand.net. Oh, wonder if Jeff Janis is available for Wednesday night. Man, I don't know what it is, Scott, with you and Jeff Janis. I have had him on the radio show. I dropped my rundown. Hold on. I don't know. You know what I think would be fun to have Jeff a guest. There you go, Scott. I will invite Jeff Janis to be a guest at one of our Wednesday night lives. Let's do that. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Did pull a steelhead. Excellent mount. Excellent. Andy Hardcore's with us over on Instagram. Appreciate it. What DK with your old crossbows? What do you do with your old crossbows? I think is what you're asking, Ron. I got a storage room full of them. You guys like the idea of having Jeff Janis on a Wednesday Night Live in person with us? I will certainly ask him. You bet I will ask him. PJ says it would be awesome to have Jeff. I will. I'll reach out to him. It'll probably be a Wednesday Night Live. Oh, Paul did a steelhead mount for you. Excellent. Yes. Hey, Nate, how are you? I will reach out to him. Brad Avery, 1982. Is that the year you were born, Brad? I was out of college by then, but thanks for joining us. No relation, I think. He will probably, I'll ask him at a Wednesday Night Live at the Lumberjack up in West Branch. We may end up doing a Wednesday Night Live at the Lumberjack before Oscar and Joey's. Bill Lincoln, I paid him to say this. He said it's the best radio show on the air. Kevin says Raven has a new crossbow with an advertised 500 feet per second. Lori's Darton is signed by Jeff. Excellent. If I'm going to give up my beloved crossbow or my beloved recurve, I think I'd just as soon shoot a Darton crossbow. Second choice would be a Raven. Okay. So Paul Schlafly, the guys from Michigan Brand are on the water with him in just a second. I will give you, not just a second. Why should I wait? Andy Hardcore says, Mike, I liked your interview on the Deer Hunter podcast about the Ron Pola buck. Very good series. Kevin has an excellent series going, and thank you for that. If you're watching on anything other than Instagram, I'm going to share a page with you right now. It's share screen. Let's go to Chromecast, Michigan brand, michiganbrand.net. Here are some of their snacks, their meat snacks. Whoops. Why did I do that? StreamYard is where I want to go. This is their new one. This is the honey barbecue hunter sausage. These things are really, really good. michiganbrand.net is the website, michiganbrand.net. And there's a store locator on the website. Oh, that's not what I want. I'm sorry. I shared the wrong. Let me stop the screen. Let me go back to that again. Here we go. Bear with me on Instagram. Michigan brand. I'll actually look it up for you. Let me share the screen with you. Chrome tab, Michigan brand. There we go. If you go to the website, Ty, why are you mowing just outside my window on a Wednesday night? Store locator. There you go. Here's the store locator. If you enter your location, for example, let me do it 48640 within 20 miles, and you want 100 sticks only, jerky, snack sticks, refrigerated jerky, do a search. There you go. There's your list. You can zoom in. There are more, but it'll help you find it. michiganbrand.net. Can't hear it. Fisher Queen says you can't hear him mowing now that the window is shut. Thank you. New comments. Sam. All right. My comments somehow they went. Sam just got an older dart and crossbow, redid the whole thing. Can't wait to try it this year. My comments have locked up. Myself to the stream. There we go. John says he only gun hunts. He's strongly thinking about a crossbow this year. Do I like Darton? I love Darton. I love Darton because they're a Michigan-based company. Did I make my neighbor mad? Nah, we love our neighbors. Henry Call has joined us over on Instagram. Appreciate that. So the store locator, michiganbrand.net. These are the new honey barbecue hunter sausages. You can use them for fishing as well. We'll have them on the boat tomorrow. Connie is with us. Hello, how are you, Connie? Nice to have you along with us. Harry says he's been seeing a lot of deer in the UP, eh? Somebody said something about bear in the UP. Where are they? Been getting any bear population reports yet? No, I have not, Kevin. I have not. Harry says, you betcha, eh? Here's Ron. All right, here we go, my friends. Ron St. Louis of Northern Wilderness Bear Outfitters is on with us right now. I talked to Ron via text a couple of days ago. His website, northernwildernessbearoutfitters.com. We started out Wednesday Night Live talking about the fact that it looks like the border to Canada, and I'm only concerned with Ontario, to be honest with you, is going to be open on August 9th. The last thing I talked to Ron was he said he was going to check with the ministry there to see if he could get some tags. And if he can, he's going to try to run. Here we go. Going to try a hunt for the last week of August. Give us time to bait. Amen. Amen, Brother Ron. Ron is going to try for a hunt the last week of August to give you time to bait. Bill says, good news about Canada. Moose are quite restful. Here we go. Official word from Ron St. Louis, going to try for a hunt the last week of August to give us time to bait. Excellent. And here's the point. Bill says, think about how big those bears are going to be after not being hunted in Canada for a couple of years. Wow. So that would be the week before. Let me pull up a calendar here. The week before, last week in August would be the week of the 23rd or the 30th. Help me out, Ron. Is it going to be the week of the 23rd or the week of the? It's going to be the week of the 30th, isn't it? Yeah. Which is it going to be, Ron? I apologize. Sal says, winner of a slogan, but I think Ed Bolanowski. I need more screens and social media sites to look at. Yeah, that's for sure. Lori lost me on Instagram. I'm still there. I'm still over on Instagram for Wednesday Night Live. Lori Ann says she lost me on Instagram. With my bow, of course. Bernie, I would never think of bear hunting with a gun. Not that I have anything against it. But bear hunting over bait is made for a bow. So Ron, help me out. Are we talking the week of the 23rd or the week of the 30th that you're going to shoot for? The 30th would end on Labor Day. That is excellent news. That is so good. You thought I forgot who was on the show this weekend, didn't you? Paul Schlafly of Riverside Charters in Manistee. Mark Monroe from the DNR. He's from the Forestry Department. This week's Ask Avery question deals with gypsy moths and defoliation. Does it kill the trees? Does it kill the oak trees? Johnny says, hey, now, Canada's open. Don't forget about me. I have a bear waiting for you. Johnny Bowler, I will never forget about you, my friend. Johnny's going to be hunting with us in Ohio. Brian's with us. Jugglefish is with us over on Instagram. Johnny, you know I will never forget about you. You know I want to hunt bears with you in Michigan, and we'll do it next year. But in the meantime, if I can bear hunt with Ron in White River, Northern Wilderness Bear Outfitters, I will do it. And our number 3... You can see my notes here. Our number 3 of this week's show, Nick DeShano of Offshore Tackle. Okay. Well, I'm waiting to hear from Ron if he's talking about the 23rd or the 30th. Planet Kramer joined us. Melissa's with us over on Instagram as well. I want to talk about a couple of things that are driving me crazy. And then we'll talk about promo codes, and I'll let you go for the night. I hear people talk about filming their hunt. This is an old term. I've given up on this one. I'm going to go film my hunt. Well, I'm like, are you using 16 millimeter film? Are you using 8 millimeter film? 23rd. Ron says, well, this is ambitious. Ron says he's just going to see if we can pull it off for the 23rd, but I'll give you a definite date when I get back home. Thank you. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate that. Lorianne says, I'm back on Instagram. Oh, they'll get some hunters, Johnny. I will guarantee you the week that Ron has set aside for the 23rd, it's already filled up. Already filled up. I'll guarantee it. 23rd. 80 millimeter IMAX is what Tim's going to film his hunts with. So the term filming your hunt, it used to stick in my craw. I've given up on it. You're not filming your hunt. You're recording your hunt. You're capturing the hunt, but it doesn't matter. You are saving the memory of the hunt. Which leads me to my newest pet peeve. Podcasting versus a radio show. But I think I'm going to have to give up on this one as well. If you hear my Outdoor Magazine radio show on one of more than 24 broadcast stations in Michigan, you're not listening to the podcast. You're listening to a radio show. If you hear it anywhere other than on your local radio station, you're listening to the podcast. But again, I think that's something I'm going to have to give up on. Harry says, anybody seeing bears in the UP? Harry, you should hook up with my buddy Johnny Bowler. Johnny, I actually graduated high school and grew up next to Harry Smith. You guys should make contact. I think you guys would get along very well. Lori Ann says, third on your bucket list. Well, what's number one and number two? And finally, before I let you go, I got some promo codes. I'm going to show you one of them. On Instagram, you're not going to be able to watch this, but I'm going to show you this one on everything other than outdoor pregame. Okay. Look at this. And I really want you to take a good solid look at these, my friends. Outdoorpregame.com. Outdoorpregame.com. Right now, we're looking at the Breeze, the Snapsticks, and the Wraith. You know I love that Wraith 270 see-through ground blind. But let's take a serious look at this Breeze, right? The Breeze is for hunting in warm weather. It's got a price tag of $245. It's designed for warm weather. It'd be great for your early season bear hunts. In fact, if I go to Ontario in August, Ron, I'm bringing a Breeze with me and I'll leave it with you. Designed to be hunted in warm weather. You get a circulation through it. Outdoorpregame.com. Price is $249, $245. If you use this promo code Mike20, right? Watch the price, hit apply, it goes to $180. Brian, where are you that you can't get the radio show? You've always got the podcast. Outdoorpregame.com, promo code Mike20, and it drops the price of that Breeze blind to $180. I've also got promo codes for MUCC, elk, then red stag. Can't blame you for that. Johnny is in Seney, Harry. MUCC.org promo codes. You're in the Mount Clemens area. Yes. You're going to have to listen to the podcast version of the show. Yes, absolutely. Up north, BJ says, I'm in the UP. How much more up north do you want to get? Outdoorpregame.com. Use the promo code Mike20. MichiganBrand.net. Use the promo code Mike21. Big discounts there. MUCC.org. Promo code MIKE. Save 25% on your MUCC membership. Okay. I'm going to be on the water tomorrow. I've got to run the Angler Quest upriver to pull it, get the tubes power washed. Then I think I'm going to sneak out into the skinny water with my buddy Tony. My new buddy Tony's going to be out there as well, and you can bet we're going to be eating some of these. In fact, this pack, Tony Sovey, won't make it to the boat because I'm going to finish this tonight. MichiganBrand.net, the new honey barbecue sticks, the Hunter sausage. All right, my friends. Bill Hoffman says he saw a wolf in the UP last week, but no bears. Johnny says he said a lot of people seeing them up there. You know what I think we successfully did? Maybe not well, but I think I added Wednesday Night Live to Instagram as well. If Instagram will let me, and they won't yet, I will add it to my StreamYard platform so we can do it seamlessly on one camera. So I can share screens with you. Right now we're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and now Instagram as well. All right, my friends, my website is MikeAveryOutdoors.com. I would encourage you to check that out, MikeAveryOutdoors.com. My email address, if you want to get in touch with me, to send me comments, questions, criticisms, topics you want to be discussed, anything, is Mike@MikeAveryOutdoors.com, Mike@MikeAveryOutdoors.com. Planet Kramer says the video looks great on Instagram. Thank you, Planet Kramer. Appreciate that. Lots of wolves up here had pups on camera last week. Mike@MikeAveryOutdoors.com. That's going to wrap up this edition of Wednesday Night Live here on Mike Avery Outdoors. Appreciate you joining me. All right, I've got to simultaneously close both of these feeds. I will wish you a good night. I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to put a little maker's mark in this crystal light. Kick my feet up, maybe step out on the patio and have a cigar. All right, my friends, have a good night, a good week. I hope you can join me next time on Wednesday Night Live.